Imagine a place where every scroll, every piece of knowledge from the ancient world, could be found in one building. That place was the Library of Alexandria, located in the bustling city of Alexandria, Egypt. It was not just a library, it was a symbol of human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The library was part of a larger research institution called the Mausoleum, dedicated to the Muses, the 9 goddesses of the arts. Scholars from all over the known world came to Alexandria to study, to learn, and to teach. It is believed that the idea for a universal library was first suggested by Demetrius of Phalerum, an exiled Athenian philosopher, to Ptolemy Isota. But it was probably Ptolemy II Philadelphus, his son, who actually established the library. The library quickly grew, acquiring tens of thousands of scrolls. Some estimates suggest it may have housed anywhere from 40,000 to 400,000 scrolls at its peak. The Ptolemaic rulers were determined to collect every work of knowledge they could. They sent agents to book fairs in Athens, Rhodes, and beyond, buying manuscripts of philosophy, literature, science, and poetry. Ships arriving in Alexandria were even searched for scrolls, which were copied, originals kept in the library, and the copies returned to the owners. This was the golden age of scholarship. Figures like Zenodotus of Ephesus, the first known head librarian, worked to standardize the works of Homer. Callimachus compiled the Pinarches, the first known library catalogue, listing authors and their works. Apollonius of Rhodes, famous for writing the epic Argonautica, also served as head librarian for a time. Eratosthenes of Cyrene, another brilliant mind at the library, calculated the circumference of the Earth with astonishing accuracy. Hero of Alexandria invented one of the earliest known steam engines. The library wasn't just about collecting texts, it was about creating an environment where scholars could thrive. They were provided with salaries, free meals, housing, and freedom from taxes, so they could devote their lives to study. Some even say there was a zoo, as Ptolemy II had a deep interest in zoology. The Mausoleum was more than a library. It was like an ancient university, a place where knowledge lived and breathed. But this golden age did not last forever. The library faced political turbulence. In 145 BC, Ptolemy VIII expelled many intellectuals, including Aristarchus of Samothrace, one of the most important scholars of the time. Over the centuries, the library suffered from neglect, power struggles, and, eventually, fires. One of the most famous events was during Julius Caesar's siege of Alexandria in 48 BC. Caesar's forces set fire to ships in the harbor, and the flames reportedly spread, destroying part of the library. Historians still debate how much was lost. Some suggest that the library was partially rebuilt, as references to the Mausoleum appear decades later. By the Roman period, the library's prestige had declined. Positions like head librarian were often given as political favors rather than for scholarly achievement. Other libraries across the Mediterranean began to surpass Alexandria in prominence. Eventually, through a series of wars, invasions, and neglect, the Library of Alexandria faded into history. The daughter library in the Serapeum may have survived longer, but by the late 3rd century AD, the great institution was effectively gone. Its disappearance became one of the most enduring symbols of lost knowledge in human history. Yet, the legacy of the library lived on. Scholars who once worked there spread across the Mediterranean, teaching and sharing the knowledge they had gained. Its influence shaped education, literature, and science for centuries to come. Today, the Library of Alexandria reminds us of the value of preserving knowledge and the power of human curiosity. The idea of collecting all human knowledge in one place, a dream that seems almost impossible, began in Alexandria, in a library that would captivate imaginations for thousands of years.